Hi guys, and welcome back to Maths with Cats. So today we're going to be going over Arithmetic Series for AQA A-Level Maths. So we go over the basics first. A series is the sum of all the terms in a sequence. S of n is the total of the first n terms of the progression. S of n is equal to a plus a plus d plus a plus 2d plus a plus 3d plus and so on until you get to a plus n minus 1 lots of d. If you have the last term, you can use S of n equals n times by a plus l over 2 to find S of n. If you don't have the last term, you can use S of n equals n over 2 lots of 2 plus a plus n minus 1 lots of d. Okay, so best way to go over this is through doing a lot of examples, so that's what we're going to be doing today. First example, find the sum of arithmetic series with first term 3, last term 87 and common difference 4. So we have the last term, so we will use S of n equals n lots of a plus l over 2. We need to find out how many terms there are in the sequence, so we have the first term and the common difference, so we can find the nth term. So u of n equals a plus n minus 1 lots of d. So 87 equals 3 plus n minus 1 lots of 4. So 84 equals 4n minus 4. So 88 equals 4n. So n equals 22. So all we've done here is we know that u of something is equal to 87. And we can find that something because there's an n in the formula. Work it out from there. So we're looking for S of 22. S of 22, therefore, is going to equal 22 lots of 3 plus 87 over 2. And that is the same as 990. So that is our first example complete. Next example. Wait for it to load. For the arithmetic sequence minus 5 minus 2, 1, 4, 7, find the sum of the first 20 terms. From the sequence, we know that a equals minus 5, d equals 3, and we want S of 20. S of 20, so for this question, we're going to use S of n equals n over 2 lots of 2a plus n minus 1 lots of d. And S of 20 is going to be therefore equal 20 over 2 lots of 2 times minus 5 plus 20 minus 1 lots of 3, which is 10 lots of minus 10 plus 19 times 3, which is 10 lots of minus 10 plus 57, which is 10 lots of 47, which is 470. Next example. So you might not have seen this before, but this is the sum from n equals 1 to 15 of 2n plus 3. This is the same as S of 15. From the question, u of n equals 2n plus 3, that's what this is. So u1 is equal to 5, because if you sub in 1 in the place of n, you get 5. So that is A. u2 equals 7. And if we find u of 15, because that's what we want to get up to, you get 33. So that's going to be our L. From u1 and u2, you can find that d equals 2, which allows you to find... Hang on a minute, we don't need d, do we? I've found an extra thing when I don't need to. So S of 15 is 15 lots of 5 plus 33 over 2, which is 15 lots of 38 over 2, which is 15 times 9, which is 285. That's it. Simple as that. Use this symbol. It just means the sum from the bottom number to the top number. Sums of natural numbers. Now, natural numbers, I don't know if you remember, are the positive real integers. So the first n, so sum of the first n would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on until you get to n, whatever the nth natural number is. So in this case, A equals 1, L is n, and n is n. So we can sub them into our S of n formula, and you get n lots of A plus L over 2, which is n lots of 1 plus n over 2, which is half n lots of n plus 1. So that is the formula you're going to use for natural numbers. Okay, let's move on to the next example. So this is a wordy example, but it's simple once you realise what's happening. So on day 1, Erica puts £1 in her piggy bank. On day 2, she puts £2 in her piggy bank. On day 3, she puts £3, and etc. How much money will she save after 100 days? This is simply the sum of the first 100 natural numbers. So S of 100, based off the formula we did before, is half times 100 lots of 100 plus 1, which is 50 lots of 101, which is £5,050. Example. The sum of the first k natural numbers is 861, find k. So S of k is half k lots of k plus 1. And we know that is going to be equal to 861 from the question. So we'll expand the brackets. Half k squared plus half k is equal to 861. We will times up by 2 and move the number to the left-hand side, and you get k squared plus k minus 1722. Which can be factorised to give k plus 42, k minus 41. So k equals minus 42 or 41. K can't be negative because you can't have a negative term. So k is equal to 41. And that is everything we need to cover for Arithmetic Series. I hope you found the video useful. If you have any feedback, leave it in the comments below. But if you did find it useful, like, share, subscribe. You could even leave me a comment in that situation, I guess. And I hopefully will see you in the next video. Bye bye!